What's up, my friends? I'm going to show you today how I like to practice ear training, one of the methods I use. This video is sponsored by Audioblocks, but as you guys know, I never promote things that I don't actually use myself. So I'm going to be using the Audioblocks interface to show you how you can use it for ear training purposes, among many other things. If you go to audioblocks.com/YouTube or click the link in the description, you can get a 7-day free trial of Audioblocks, so I highly encourage you to do that. You have literally nothing to lose. So this ear training exercise is essentially taking any piece of music and figuring out where the home base, where the tonic is. This is the foundation for all ear training. When somebody throws on a backing track or you get thrown into a live band situation, oh crap, what am I supposed to play? This is a way to train to thrive in that situation. So I'm going to go to Audioblocks here, the home page, and let's go to music. There's over 100,000 royalty-free tracks and loops and sound effects that you can use in your projects, and I've used quite a lot of them. So I'm going to go to select my mood first. Let's see, how about something aggressive? I've selected my moods now. How about funk? Who's feeling funky? Go with that genre, and I'd like some guitar in there. We'll see some music and see what we got. So now I've never heard any of these songs. I'm just going to go completely off of ear training. I'm going to show you kind of the end result first, and then I'll break down exactly what I did to get there. Let's find a track here. Apparently they're all hot. Intense action. Alright, so I'd never heard that groove before, but I figured it out using ear training. Let's do another one before I break down the process. Feeling sexy? Why, yes, I am. All right, let's try another one. So as you saw there with each track, what I would do is listen and locate the root note. And if you don't know what the root note, it's the tonic note. It's like the key of the song, more or less. And I usually try to do this by locating the most basic tonality that we're all familiar with, which is the minor pentatonic sound. You noticed I was kind of vamping all in minor tonalities, minor pentatonic to be specific. I threw in a little bit of the Aeolian mode from the major scale, but primarily I was relying on my ear to locate the minor pentatonic bass, and it was as simple as that. That's what allowed me to improvise through something that I had literally never heard before. Let's take a track. Now, the first chord is the one that I'm going to target the root note for. So you can sing it to yourself. So that D, that's my home bass. Now now, this is a pretty straightforward groove, so I can actually locate each chord this way. I'll wait for it to come in. So I think the best way to start with ear training is to find any kind of backing track or even any song that you're familiar with where it's not like crazy jazz changes every 5 seconds. Just stick to like classic rock or rock and roll stuff, and that is the best way to first identify where the tonic is or where the root is, and then that is usually, depending on the key that it's in, going to be a location where you can start to mess around with the minor pentatonic scale. I think maybe a lot of us started out this way but didn't realize we were actually doing some really great ear training. That's kind of the reason that a lot of guitar players never learn to sight read, is because we all start off by kind of playing along with our favorite records. So this is an example of that, where ear training is something that's extremely important in the beginning stages, but also something we shouldn't forget about. So by coming back to something simple like this, maybe it'll spark some inspiration to figure out some of your other favorite guitar songs. I always recommend for people who want to hone their ear training, who aren't necessarily beginners or anything like that, to learn guitar solos without tablature. And it's the same exact approach. With a guitar solo, instead of identifying, the root note or the key, you're identifying a lot of different notes, but it's the same thing, using your ear to match up with the music. Let's see if I can find a guitar solo and kind of put that into action. So that first part, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. I think it's something like that. So I just was looking for the root notes starting out, and I know, because I've been playing guitar for a while, that sounds really pentatonic driven and really out of the E Aeolian sound. And I was able to find the first note, and I broke it out into, and really it was a matter of getting the melodic rhythm after that. You could hear how I started like, I had the right notes, but it was a matter of putting them in the right spots in the measure. I think I started like that, but really it was straight ahead. So as you can see, this concept can apply to not only soloing over a backing track, playing your own thing, but also learning guitar solos. And like I said, Audioblocks has tons of stuff where you can do this with if you want to get off of YouTube and try something that's a little bit more easily searchable, then that's why I recommend Audioblocks. And again, there is a 7-day free trial that you can get all you have to do is click on the link in the description or go to audioblocks.com/YouTube and you can do that. So I hope this was a helpful lesson for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you have any feedback for me or any ways that you like to practice ear training. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, keep shredding.